It's Sunday, July 26th. Hot as a mother effer in Nashville, Tennessee right now. So humid. I'm about to go run in this heat and humidity and not looking forward to it. But anyways, we're not here to talk about my schedule. We're here to talk about some Dark Knight, some Batman updates. Now, if you haven't been watching my videos or paying attention to my YouTube, don't blame you. I'm brand new here. So, trying to make a name for myself on the tube. But I'm a big Batman fan. That's something I've mentioned in some of my previous videos. I'm currently starting off the Snyder Omnibus run and working through all the major Batman runs in Omnibus format. So, been digging into Batman, but I want to talk about some of the updates we've gotten about Bruce Wayne and the Batman recently, because there's been quite a few. Now, maybe some of you watching this have gone to San Diego Comic-Con this year, or you're there, and if you're not, you know, maybe you're already paying attention to all the updates that have been happening. But if you're not familiar, and this is maybe your first time hearing it on this channel, there's a lot of news when it comes to Batman in terms of comics, in terms of animated films, and yeah, I'm excited to talk about it, to share my thoughts. I want to jump right in here. This is my favorite character, so that's why I'm dedicating this video just to Batman. And we've had so many updates with the character and the comics that I feel like I should just share my opinion and tell you what's up. So I'm going to try to start from kind of an order of when these were all released. It won't be like an exact order, but just from, I guess, when I heard it, because not all of this came from San Diego Comic-Con. Some of this was released a couple weeks ago, and then obviously as we got closer to the Comic-Con, more stuff got released, and then more stuff, and now it's just like Batman, Batman, Batman. And I know a lot of people, you know, are like, DC does so much Batman, this, that, and the other, but the thing is like, they do it well, and a lot of the Batman runs are all different, right? Like when you look at Matt Fraction's Batman run, and then you look at Absolute Batman, they feel like two completely different comic books. So I think that's why a lot of people are on the other side of the fence, where it's like, hey, you know, like if DC does another Batman issue, we'll just go pick it up, because it's, one, probably going to be really good. Two, they put some of their best creative teams on there. And three, they're pretty different. It's not like a copy paste. Not to fire shots at Marvel, I want to stay positive always on this channel and hype up our comic industry and the comic circle. But, you know, I think sometimes Marvel is stuck in a place where, you know, like, because there's a new movie coming out next week, they feel like they can do so many Spider-Man titles, and they all feel a little blended together, in my opinion. Just my thought, though. But I feel like Batman is kind of the opposite of DC, where, like, it seems like every Batman run is so unique in its own way, and it makes me want to read all of them. So, first I want to start with Knightfall. I think almost 2 weeks now, maybe a week and a half, since we heard about the, I think it's going to be a 2-part Knightfall series. I'm assuming they're going to be longer, maybe like an hour each. And correct me if I'm wrong. If I say any of this wrong, guys, a lot of it was me hearing the news while I was at work and just getting pumped about it and falling victim to just reading whatever I see on the internet very quickly and totally believing it. So if I'm wrong, correct me, but I think it was a 2-part series that we're going to get on Knightfall. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I've read Knightfall. That is on my bucket list of comics to read. Obviously, it's very iconic. Obviously, we know it's Bane breaking the bat. The bat's back. What a tongue kind of tire there, or twister. But yeah, Bane breaking bat's back. And you know, it's obviously very iconic when it comes to just Batman in general. But so excited for that. The trailer looked sick. Don't know if you guys saw it, but yeah, I'm you know, I love what DC does with the animated stuff. They do very well. Obviously, they lack in the live action, but in terms of the animated series, they kick ass. And also, if you're watching this, I'm going to be posting pictures of each of the things I talk about. So just in case you haven't seen it, you can kind of get a glimpse of like what I'm talking about, and you can kind of put a picture to a description of what I'm saying. So it should be kind of popping up right here. But so yeah, excited for that, and it's going to be released, I think, the last week of August. Another thing I'm excited that DC's done, and I don't know if they've done this on purpose or if it's just a coincidence, but it seems like every time recently, maybe not for every project, but every Batman project as of recent that they've talked about, it comes out not much long after the trailer or the announcement, which I think is really cool. I feel like nowadays we hype up things so much far out, right? Like, we gotta wait, you know, several months till Doomsday, and nothing wrong with that, right? Like, I get the marketing behind it, you know, hyping up the fans, hyping up the crowd. Like, you know, I know UFC did it with Conor McGregor's return fight. I'm a big UFC guy, and it seemed like all we heard about for many months was you know, the Conor McGregor fight, right? And Max Holloway. So, you know, I get the announcements far out, but it's kind of cool to like hear a trailer, hear an announcement, and then in like 2 months we're going to get it. So super pumped for that. Next, and yeah, I do have a list I'm reading off of too, just to help me remember everything. Next, Scott Snyder posted the Absolute Batman animated series. Now, we don't have as much info on this in terms of dates, you know, how many episodes in the season. Is it going to be like 2-part, you know, whatever the format is? We don't really know yet, but Scott Snyder did post on his Instagram pretty much just like the title of it, but officially showing that it is an animated series. So really stoked for that. I mean, look, Knightfall's been out for how many years? 30, 40, 50 years as a comic or whatever, and it's just now getting an animated film. And Absolute's been out since 2025, or late 2024, or early 2025, and we're already getting an animated series. That's pretty sick. Like, that's cool. That shows how well it's doing, right? So excited for that. Next, in September, we have Batman Day coming up. If you don't know Batman Day, or, you know, again, if you're new to comics, you're new here, essentially it is what it is, right? It's a day dedicated to Batman, you know. So usually DC does like a big, you know, special issue, or, you know, something, you know, like extra covers, you know, this, that, or the other. Your comic shop might do something, you know, everyone kind of maybe does their own little thing, but DC is doing a Matt Fraction Batman, the blue cow, blue cape, in the same issue. I'm like making a massive turn off the interstate, so my camera's sliding. Matt Fraction Batman is, I don't want to say teaming up. I don't know if he's going to team up, if they're going to fight, it would make sense if they team up, but he's going to be in the same issue as the Absolute Universe, Bruce and Batman. And that's exciting. I'm gonna caffeinate it too, but I'm pumped for that. I mean, obviously being a big Batman guy, but just having both of my favorite runs right now combined is super cool. I think we saw them already in one issue together in one of those like events. I'm not a big event guy. It's something I'm trying to get more into when it comes to comics, because it is such a big thing for comics to have these like big events. I'm kind of hit or miss with those. I like more just like simplicity, just one character, one run, you know, one focus. But I think they cross paths already. I could be mistaken, but we're going to get Absolute Batman, and we're going to get Matt Fraction's Batman in the same issue. And I'm going to put the cover of this up so you can see what it looks like. But it looks sick. Like I might make the cover my home screen, because they've already released the cover. It looks cool, guys. So check that out. That's in, I think, mid-September. So again, not far away, right? Like we're gonna blink and it's gonna be, you know, like October, right? So pretty cool. Next, we got an announcement for Absolute Batman Beyond Arkham M. So I don't know if y'all remember that one issue called Arkham M. I actually have yet to read it. I haven't, just haven't read it yet. I think from what I understand, it's going to be maybe another issue like that. Again, I don't know if it's going to be like a series or just like a one-off issue, but it's going to give us more characters. We're going to get more Batman characters in this issue. It really seems like they're trying to push a lot of the like, I guess, the Absolute Batman like universe and just characters like really heavy. It's like, if you're not reading Absolute Batman right now, to give you a kind of a little rundown, it seems like for the past 10 issues we've met like a new villain almost every issue ever since the Bane arc. So it seems like we're getting another comic now where we're going to meet, more villains, which is cool. I'm not complaining. I'm excited to see like what other villains make it in. I mean, we've already gotten so many, so I'm like curious, are they going to throw in like a Hush or like gosh, like I'm trying to think of who we don't even have. Like, I mean, we have all the main ones right now, so Azrael or like some people like that, just like kind of like randoms that are still big, but that you just don't see as like a main, right, villain or like antagonist or whatever. So yeah, excited for Arkham. And then the last one I have here is we're getting a next level issue or series, Batman Shadow of the Bat. Same creative team as I think Absolute Martian Manhunter. Now I haven't read that, and I've also heard it's a great creative team. I've just heard hit or miss Absolute Martian Manhunter, so I don't want to speak on that since I haven't read it, but that's what I've heard other people kind of, they say it's just a unique vibe. So that being said, this is next level. This is another Batman. I'm excited for this. I just did the next level review of the most recent Deathstroke, and I've been loving Deathstroke. Now, what I think is kind of funny, I was reading the next level like initiative or the purpose of it, and it was to essentially like have characters that kind of have I guess like smaller roles in the DC universe as a whole, or maybe characters that don't get as much attraction or traction, so to speak, as other characters. So it's kind of funny because it's like, oh, like we're getting Batman now, but it was also an initiative for it was to help new readers jump on. So I'm excited. Hopefully this will be a really cool introduction to Batman. But again, most of the Batman issues out right now, like the other two, Matt Fractions and Scott Snyder's, you can jump on those as well. And probably, I would say Matt Fractions not as much. There's that kind of I guess jumps off the previous writers, but like Absolute Batman is its own whole thing. You can start that. So anyways, that's the list of things that I wanted to run down again. So we have Batman Knightfall, we have the Batman Absolute animated series, we have Batman Day coming up, Absolute Batman Beyond Arkham M, and then what else did I have on here? Batman Shadow of the Bat next level series. So those are the things, the 5 things we have coming up essentially in the next few months, besides Absolute Batman animated series. I don't have a date on that, but everything else should be coming relatively soon. I guess some of those comics also didn't have official dates yet, but a lot of these are coming soon. That's my point. There's something to be excited about. There's a lot going to be happening. So super pumped, super excited. I want to know what you guys are excited for. It doesn't have to be Batman, but if you went to the con, what did you see that you enjoyed? Or if you didn't go to the con but you still heard something, what did you see that you liked the most that you want to share? I would love a comment below. I love getting new recommendations as well. I'm reading a ton of things right now, but I also tend to read things that I'm really kind of familiar with already. So new recommendations is key for me. Every time I've branched out, I've usually enjoyed it. So let me know what you're reading. Let me know what you're liking. Let me know what you're not liking. Let me know what you heard about at the con. For everyone that follows me or that has followed me so far, I greatly appreciate y'all. I'm trying to branch out, share some hobbies, and comics is one of those. Like a lot of my close friends don't even know I do this. So this was a big step for me, and I'm excited for all the love I've gotten already, but I appreciate y'all for the ride. I'm excited to keep talking comics, Batman, and everything else, just nerding out. So anyways, I'll probably do a video here soon talking about the new Spider-Man coming up this week, or this upcoming week, brand new day, do a review on the movie, and some other things I'm reading. But hey, appreciate y'all, love y'all, have a good rest of the weekend, and have a good rest of the, good week next week. I can't even talk, I'm so caffeinated. Peace.